Every time you glance down at that rib before you pull the trigger, you're already missing the target. Not eventually, not sometimes, right then. In that split second, your eyes leave the bird, your barrel stalls, and the target you were tracking perfectly a half second ago is now somewhere your gun isn't. Gebben Miles has watched thousands of shooters do this exact thing, and he says it's the single most common habit standing between an average shooter and a genuinely accurate one. So today, we're breaking his rule down, and we're giving you 3 drills that kill this habit for good. Problem: here's what's actually happening when you check your rib. You're standing there, gun mounted, targets in the air, and some part of your brain says, "Am I lined up right?" So your eyes drop, just for a fraction of a second, down to the barrel. That fraction of a second is the whole problem. Shotgunning isn't a rifle discipline. You're not aiming a fixed sight at a fixed point. You're tracking a moving target with your eyes, and your hands are supposed to follow your eyes automatically. The second your eyes check the rib, instead of staying locked on the bird, that automatic connection breaks. Your swing hesitates. Your lead disappears. And the target sails past a barrel that's now aiming at where the bird used to be. Miles calls this confirmation checking, and he says almost every shooter does it without even realizing they're doing it. Here's the part that surprised me most researching this. Checking your rib doesn't just cost you the shot you're on. Miles says it actively trains your eyes to distrust your instincts on every shot after that, which means the habit gets worse the longer you shoot, not better. Stick around, because drill number 3 is the one Miles says fixes this fastest, and it takes less than 5 minutes a day. Point 1. The blackout drill problem. Most shooters have never actually felt what a mount looks like without visual confirmation. They've always had the rib there as a security blanket. Explanation: the blackout drill removes that blanket completely. You mount the gun with your eyes closed, feel where the stock sits against your cheek and shoulder, then open your eyes only after the mount is finished, not during. Example: Miles has students do this dry 10 mounts a day, no target involved at all. Just close eyes, mount, open eyes, check where the barrel's pointing relative to a fixed spot on the wall. Solution: within a week, most shooters find their blind mount lands within inches of dead on. That's your body learning to trust itself instead of the rib. Consequence: skip this step, and every drill after it is built on a shaky foundation, because you're still secretly relying on your eyes to fix a mount that should already be correct. But here's the interesting part. This drill alone isn't enough, because a perfect mount standing still means nothing if you can't repeat it while your eyes are locked on a moving target. Point 2. The soft focus ladder. Problem: even shooters with a solid mount still drift their eyes toward the barrel the moment pressure kicks in. A competition, a hard crosser, a bird they really want to hit. Explanation: the soft focus ladder trains your eyes to stay glued to the target no matter what. You start with an easy, slow-moving clay, and your only job is to never let your focus break from it, not glance at the barrel, not even for a heartbeat. Example: Miles has shooters call out loud, "leading edge," the instant they see it, forcing verbal proof their eyes never left the bird. Then he ramps difficulty, faster targets, harder angles, more pressure. But the rule never changes. Solution: do this consistently, and your eyes physically forget the habit of dropping to the rib because there's simply no gap where that glance used to fit. Consequence: now, here's where it gets serious, because if you skip this drill and jump straight to competition targets, you'll fall back on your old habit the instant a shot gets difficult. Pressure always exposes what you haven't actually trained. Point 3. The no-rib mount check. Problem: this is the one Miles says separates shooters who talk about instinctive shooting from shooters who actually own it. Most people never test whether their improvement is real. Explanation. Here's the twist. This drill uses an actual physical barrier. Miles has shooters tape a strip of card or even use a rib cover, so there's nothing to check even if the old habit tries to kick back in. Example. Then you shoot live targets, not dry mounts, real clays, real pressure, but with the rib physically hidden from view. Solution. If your hit percentage barely changes, that's proof. Your instinctive mount is real, not theory. If it drops off a cliff, that tells you exactly which drill to go back and repeat. Consequence. And this is the one that matters most, because it's not just a drill, it's the test. It's how you know for certain whether you've actually broken the habit or just gotten better at hiding it. Notice how each drill built on the last one. The blackout drill fixed your mount at rest. The soft focus ladder kept your eyes locked while the target moved. And the no-rib mount check proved it all holds up under real pressure, with nothing to fall back on. Skip any one of these, and the chain breaks somewhere, usually right when it matters most, on the target you wanted to hit the most. Here's the biggest lesson in all of this. Your rib was never actually helping you. It felt like security, but every glance down was a small withdrawal from an account that was already running low. Miles isn't teaching a trick. He's teaching you to trust a system your body is fully capable of running on its own if you just stop interrupting it. The shooters who consistently break plateaus aren't the ones with the fastest reflexes or the most expensive guns. They're the ones who trained their eyes to do one job and never let them do two. So here's your one takeaway. The next time you feel that urge to glance down and check, don't. Trust the mount you trained. Trust your eyes on the bird. That's the whole habit, broken in one decision, repeated until it's automatic. If your mount still feels inconsistent even with your eyes locked on target, that's usually a deeper issue, and we cover exactly how to fix it in Your Shotgun Mount is Wrong. Go watch that one next, because these drills work best when your fundamentals are already solid. If your mount still feels inconsistent, even when your eyes are locked on the target, that's usually a sign of a deeper fundamental issue, and it's something you don't want to ignore. That's exactly why I made Your Shotgun Mount is Wrong. In that video, we break down the most common mounting mistakes and show you how to build a smoother, more repeatable mount. So watch that one next, because these drills become far more effective when your fundamentals are already solid. And if this video helped you see your shooting technique differently, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below telling me which of these drills you're going to try first. Keep practicing. Trust your eyes. And remember, better shooting isn't about forcing the gun into position. It's about making the right movement automatic.